We're also honored this evening to have Representative Tim Briggs with us. And for a delightful reason, more recognition for our students. So I'm going to ask Representative Briggs to come to the podium.
Thank you very much, Melissa, Dr. Jamila. This is my first year in office. And when I was running for office, Tom Kohler, who's the video guy, and I were talking a lot about different ideas we had. In case this was my only term that I'd be serving, I wanted to try to get as much accomplished as I could. And I met with Dr. Jamila and talked to her a little bit about some ideas I had about trying to get our younger students active in government and expose them to politics a little bit. And during that discussion, we came up with an idea that we developed a little bit more. And I met with also Dr. Geller, and I wanted to thank both of them for their input on this. And I created a first annual There Ought to Be a Law contest. And we invited all fifth grade students to participate in the Upper Marion and Lower Marion school districts. Any fifth grade student, didn't have to be public school. And we received over 350 submissions, actually just under 350. And it was on a topic that was close to my heart, and I asked my kids to give me some ideas. And we really opened up for anything that had to do with the environment, recycling, energy conservation, global warming, kind of let the students decide on what topics they wanted to cover. And it was a one page. We try to keep it to one page, but I got a couple that were 10, 12 pages long. So it was I thought it was going to be a challenge to go through them, but it was actually quite enjoyable. We narrowed it down to 8 finalists in the 2 areas, and we picked one of the winners. Unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, the person won. The winner is from the Lower Marion School District, but I have 4 finalists from the Upper Marion School District, and I'm just going to give a quick, I'm going to introduce them. As I call your name, if you want to come up, and I'm just going to say quickly what their essay was about. And I'm not sure the 4th student, Nathan Rose, I don't think he was, oh, yeah. Nathan is in the Pathfinder team. Oh, this was actually, my wife, this was one of my wife's favorite essays. This is what we do at home, we read essays. But it was 350, so I needed some help. And I narrowed them down, and we brought them home, and we talked about it. This, Nathan's idea was to minimize the amount of packaging that was in shopping. He wanted to just keep it so the item doesn't break. He thought a lot of it was decorative and excess cardboard and the like. You want to explain a little bit? Do you?
It was more based on an idea of packaging not going to waste into landfills because there's too much of it. So we're thinking that we need to have enough packaging so that the project stays in place inside the box and doesn't break, so that people will buy it, and so that not a lot of the waste from the packaging, as like the twisties and cardboard, goes into a landfill.
Yeah. So
you can recycle most of it.
That's right. So here you go. Congratulations. Nice to meet you. A huge number of them, and it's interesting. I got a lot of the essays had no littering, which I think the 5th grade perspective is probably we don't have any laws on littering, so maybe we need to strengthen them a little bit. But a huge number on recycling. And I'm in the process of trying to pull it all together. What I spoke to I visited a lot of the classes, and I said the idea of this, part of the reason I wanted to do this is so they give me a good idea, and then I introduce it and take credit for it. So we are actually in the process of pulling together a huge recycling bill and trying to gain some support with the Department of Environmental Protection. So hopefully we'll be able to meet that goal of taking credit for 5th grade work. But I want to thank everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to present the great students. And there was, like I said, probably 200 students from Upper Marion that all received citations, and they spent a lot of time, and I want to thank them for participating. Thanks.
Thank you, Representative Briggs.